So, will education solve poverty? Well, we're going to be finding out in this video, and if you're new to this channel and you're just watching this video, my name is Elizabeth. You're welcome, and consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell to get notified every single time we upload a video. So let's dive right in. What is education? What is poverty? As of course, it's very simple. Education is just a process of learning. It's a process whereby we learn how to acquire skills, new information. And then poverty is a state of lack. It's a state where a person doesn't have sufficient sufficiently what he or she needs. And poverty could be in different areas. It could be financially, it could be socially, or emotionally, or mentally, or academically. It could come in different ways. So we're going to be focusing on financial poverty and academic poverty. So the question is, in fact, okay, let's take it one step at a time. The question is, can education really solve poverty? Well, so you see, there is so much education can do. If at all you have been educated, you know that already by now. But if peradventure you are in a place where you're asking yourself these questions, then really this would help, because education is good. You might be wondering, why should I go to school? Who created school? Who invented school? It's all good, for your good, for my good, for the good of society and the world at large. So let's consider some benefits of studying, some benefits of education. So education helps people to acquire skills. It helps people to acquire knowledge, which they can use to form career with. And when they form these careers, they can acquire income. So you know that the amount of money you pay a specialist is not the same as the amount of money you pay someone who is not specialized in what he or she is doing. Education can help you to be what? Specialized. So it's very, very important, and I want you to watch this video to the end, because when you do, at the end of this video, I'll be talking about autodidactism, how people made use of this to, took advantage of this self-education to do great things, to expand and influence the world. Even Bill Gates, he had to dive deeper into himself, what he had, and through so much of self-effort in discovering himself and exploring his skills, he positively impacted the world. So we'll talk about that at the end. So let's continue. So with education, you can polish your skills, you can polish your talents, you can polish your abilities. The world can also be enriched when you I'd like us to look at the story of Ben Carson. Ben Carson was able to enrich the world. He was able to impart the world because he studied the field of medicine in school. Now, if you read his story, you would know he wasn't the best student in his class when he was growing up. You would know that he came from a poor background, but at the same time, he made use of this opportunity that you and I have, or in whichever way you have it in your life, or I have it in my life, we make the good use of it. We can positively impart the world and society at large. So let's make use of our academic privileges and opportunities, no matter how small or big they come to us. If you have a scholarship, or if your parents can give you a huge one, or if you're just working hard to attain it yourself, whichever way you are doing it, whichever way it comes to you, just make use of it to positively impart yourself. So the labor market gets benefited, it gets enriched. The president wants to help the country, wants to help the nation, but he needs the right kind of people with the right kind of mind, with the right kind of experience, with the right kind of training and specialty to do it. And in order for him to be able to get there, he needs capable mind, he needs people that can handle projects, and education helps in that. It helps in improving the standard of living of people. So when we're educated, we know the kind of house to live in, we know the kind of things to have, we know the kinds of things to eat, what to wear even. So like education really plays a huge role in creating awareness for healthy living, for hygiene, for good standard of living. Without education, we cannot have this. So when you take a look at statistics, when you take a look at communities or nations where there is low level of education, the poverty rate there is very high, the standard of life there is very low. But if you take a look at statistics where knowledge, information is very available, the standard of living there is higher, and also the standard of acquisition, the standard of specialization there is higher. So it's obvious that education, if at all education can't solve poverty, then education can play a huge role in solving the issue of poverty in the world today. Personally, I have a foundation for children where we keep inspiring them, we keep encouraging them to learn, to study. I also like to learn, to study. I mean, we should, peradventure you finish studying, it's also a lifelong um, process for us. So education, we have career paths shaped out, you have good salary, good money, you can have a good life, and you can also impact people better, and it can also enrich your perspective. Really, like education can help to enrich your perspective, so you don't have to be in a situation or in a circumstance where you are just limited, but it will expand your thinking, expand your ideas, and a lot of things. Is just so endless. So at the end of the video, like I said, I'm going to be giving us some things about people that practice autodidactism, which is self-education. People like Bill Gates, people like Thomas Edison, people like Charles Darwin, people like Michael Faraday. All of these people, okay, in case you don't know them, Bill Gates is well known for his software. Microsoft, he enriched technology with that. Then Michael Faraday invented electricity. Charles Darwin, a naturalist, and so on and so forth. So these are people that made good use of the ability to study on their own. You know, they were able to go through materials, or they were able to tap into ideas or perspective by studying on their own, by making research, by making learnings on their own, and they came up with incredible things that just exploded and changed the world. And you can do it too. You can play a very huge role in the world today. You can impact the world today when you study. So I hope you've been encouraged with one or two things that you've heard as to why education is really important, and as to how we need to eradicate poverty in our lives and in the community at large, and how education can play a huge role, a crucial role in solving this. So thank you for watching this video. Like this video, share this video with your friends. Catch up with you next time. Bye.